pivotal game number 3. A pleasant good evening, everyone. I'm John Paul Della Camera, along with Ty Keel beside me. Behind me, it shows how strong the Sockers have been in the past decade. They are a 5-time MISL champion, and they got off to a good start in this playoff series because they took the home field advantage away from Dallas.
They came into Dallas, and Dallas had that layoff because of their bye in the first round, and the Sockers did the job. They came up 4-2 victors in game 1, but the next night, the Dallas Sidekicks turned it around and won pretty convincingly 6-1.
It's been a strange year, in fact, for the San Diego Sockers. Normally, they're on top of the division. This year, they finished in second place, but they had a below 500 record. All of a sudden, here come the playoffs, and the Sockers are clicking.
Well, they know what it takes to win in the playoffs, and the man that they normally rally around is Brian Quinn. He's been the guts of this team in all their playoff success. You see the statistics there, but besides that, he's their spiritual leader. Another important player in the back for the San Diego Sockers and all of their great playoff successes has been Kevin Crowe, the 3-time MISL Defender of the Year. But right now, he's not at 100%. He's at about 65% due to an abdominal strain.
On the opposite side, the Sidekicks were picked by some to finish as low as 4th in their division. Surprise, surprise, because they finished in first place, and they were there all year, led by the resurgence of the great forward, Tattoo.
And Tattoo is just electrifying. He does so many things so well, particularly offensively, and they key on him so much. He's the marquee player of the league. Defensively, when you look to goaltending, always so important in the playoffs. Joe Papaleo has come into his own. He's in his prime, his 8th season in the MISL. He led the league in goals against average at 3.34.
Well, you know that the next 3 games are here in San Diego before the series would shift back to Dallas. So games 3, 4, and 5 are here. This is the pivotal one. The series is even at 1 win apiece, and we'll be back to bring you the kickoff between Dallas and San Diego up next. To the MISL playoffs here on ESPN, and our game tonight between Dallas and San Diego is being brought to you by Pepto-Bismol. The one that coats is the only one you need. And by Budweiser, Beechwood Age, for that clean, crisp taste. This Bud's for you. Taking a look at the Dallas Sidekicks, there's their starting lineup. Powers and Lawson will be at the back. Kevin Smith, Mark Carpenter, and Tattoo, a very potent unit in front of goalkeeper Joe Papaleo, who had the league's best goals against average this year. That's the starting lineup for the Dallas Sidekicks, the first-place team in the MISL's Western Division. They're getting set to go up against the San Diego Sockers, and the Sockers will have Victor Nagira as their starting goalkeeper. And rounding out the unit for San Diego, Kevin Crowe is out along with Juan Hermes, Ralph Black, Bronco Segota, and Brian Quinn. Brian Quinn, their team captain. He leads by example. He is right now tied with Dale Mitchell for the top scoring position. Your referees, Herb Silva, left to right, Gino DiPolito in the middle, Saeed Sanuri, who will be the 3rd official. He will work things out in the box area. Segota knocked away by Snyder. Lawson's coming out. Lawson just getting a 2-minute rest in the box. A shot off the hand of Nagira. As the horn sounds, ending the first quarter of play, the Sidekicks do a great job in killing off a San Diego power play. And after the first 15 minutes, thanks to the 2 players we last showed you, the goalkeepers, it is still a scoreless tie in game 3 of the best-of-7 series, tied at 1 win apiece. Come back with us. The second quarter is next. Trying to lead it for Kevin Smith. Good vision on the part of Tattoo on that play. Here's Milano reversing it to Troy Snyder. Snyder, former All-American at Penn State. Now to Milano for Kevin Smith, knocked away, but Milano is there in the follow-up. Willie Milano, 2 goals in game 2. A right footer, but there's Nagira. A very deceptive Milano shot with 18 seconds left in the half. For Segota, McLeod, stride for stride, winning it back for Papaleo. Here's Kevin Smith. He won't be open for long as Black is in there. And Smith kind of forced that one with 5 seconds to go. One of the most exciting halves of soccer I've seen, and I say that knowing neither team has scored a goal. But the fans here know that they've seen great soccer in the first half. And they're on their feet for Nagira. More so, obviously, than Joe Papaleo, but they respect the kind of work he has done. Players are a little bit hot there as they go towards the tunnel. But that's it for the first half of play. A good one here in San Diego. Game number 3, the pivotal game. The series is even, and so is this game at the half. Vision. And then he's able to skillfully put that ball in. Fernandez to Quinn. The Ahead for Cacho. Blocked, but Quinn runs onto it. A chance. A shot. He scores!
Brian Quinn, the perennial playoff hero for the San Diego Sockers, breaks this game open. He comes through right down the center. He's got time. The ball's bouncing. He gets Papaleo to go the wrong way as the ball slices off the outside of Quinn's right foot into the opposite side.
So Brian Quinn, the captain, leads by example, and the Sockers are going long. Right-headed it, but now it's Tattoo away from Quinn. Left it there for Carpet. He tried to reverse it. There's a speedy West Wade. Wade's been a good role player for San Diego this year. Here's Carpet on the footer. Wide of Nogueira. Carpet again. The shot saved. Nogueira. Tattoo. Score! He tied it up. Tattoo has broken a long scoring drought against San Diego. But give a lot of credit to Mark Carpet.
Mark Carpet wouldn't quit on this play. He stole the ball initially and followed all the way through. Tattoo, look of relief on his face.
Well, he's still going to throw the jersey in the crowd, even though they've been booing him here in San Diego. Tattoo's goal from Mark Carpet, and that fan is pretty appreciative of the jersey. It's a tradition, and we love to see it. It is tied at 1 in San Diego. Snyder will give it back. Corey Phillips said, all you have to do to prove it's a new season is look at San Diego's road record, regular season, and then now. Tattoo getting by Cacho. His shot, and he'll score again to make it 2-1. And another jersey should be going to the crowd.
Well, you can only hold him back for so long. Tattoo playing with a vengeance. He says he wasn't that worried about his scoreless streak, but by the look on his face, I'm not so sure about that. He feels pretty good about these two, and his team has taken the lead.
Well, maybe they're running out of jerseys.
Here's where it starts. Papaleo on the counterattack. He plays up Tattoo. Tattoo just touches the ball, but look at his quickness of acceleration. It's just explosive. He comes down that side and then beats Nogueira to the near post.
That's surprising. He beat Woodbury. Knocked into the corner off the glass. Lawson trying to position himself. He got kicked by Segota. Should be a dangerous play in there.
Segota saw a chance there maybe to even the score a little bit with Doc Lawson. Took a few swipes at him. Ends up getting a call against him. Cacho kept the ball alive, and there's the ball in front of Lawson. Segota bumps him once, kicks him once, and then goes after another time, and nearly got a piece of Papaleo, too.
3 seconds are left here as Papaleo throws it long. The horn sounds, ending play in the third quarter. But who would have thought that after Quinn scored and get the crowd all pumped up, that the Dallas Sidekicks would come back? And on a couple of goals by Tattoo, they have a 2-1 lead with at least 15 more minutes to go if we don't go overtime. There's Woodbury with great hustle. Looks for some help. What a good job by Woodbury. Now to Dolly. Across the way to Kevin Smith. With some of the injuries with Kinsey out and Chinipu out, Billy Phillips getting a lot of work out of Woodbury. Smith off the boards, we're getting in the crack, the shot, he scored! He took the gear out of the goal and finished it off spectacularly. Woodbury did a lot of work, but Kevin Smith is the goal scorer. 3-1 Dallas.
Smith, always a crafty player, found a way to pull out Nogueira. Here's the crossfield pass by McLeod. He finds Smith. Smith cuts inside on Ralph Black, plays it inside to Woodbury. Then it's back to Smith. He uses the boards. Nogueira gets caught out. And all Smith has to do is beat him to it and put it into the empty net.
And if Smith doesn't score, Dolly will. He was right there in the open. Dallas has opened up a 2-goal. Across the way to Ralph Black. A left footer is blocked by Lawson. Quinn tees it up high and wide. Segota coming. So is Castro. Snyder with a long blast. Does he have the roll? Looks good. Troy Snyder should have iced it with that one. Troy Snyder, like a great goal scorer, sends that one virtually the length of the field and sends a large number of the 9,000 in attendance out to the parking lot.
It's been that kind of night for the Dallas Sidekicks. They've worked extremely hard and they've fought. but things have gone their way. They went down 1-0 in the third quarter, but have just roared back. The empty net goal here by Snyder. San Diego again failing to keep their attack alive. And Snyder with the left foot just lays into it. He's got some top spin on it. It's right on target. As it bounces in, Ralph Black sprinting back. He's got no chance to catch it.
Back to the action. George Fernandez now is the sixth attacker. Segota back to Brian Quinn. This would be a miracle comeback for San Diego now. Not just because of the way they're playing, but because of the way Papaleo and the Sidekicks are playing as well. San Diego certainly has the firepower, capable to do it, but they haven't been able to. Lawson will clear it out. Here's Quinn. Now you're down to 210. Fernandez, long one deflected wide. Castro couldn't poke it home. Segota blocked by McLeod. That one stung. Quinn on a flick, and there's a dive by Papaleo. Guevara changed the direction, as well as the speed of that one. Beto back to Lawson. That Sidekick bench just emptied on that Snyder goal. Quicker than the fans headed to the parking lots. Lawson looking. Series, though, is still a long way from being over. Next couple of games are still here in San Diego. But Dallas appears to be headed here for victory with a 3-goal lead and less than a minute and a half to go. Sockers with Segota to Fernandez. Long shot blocked by Tattoo. Now it's Quinn holding it. Sending it through for Paul Wright. Lawson up there high with a kick. McLeod losing it to Segota. Tattoo, look out as he races for it. But then it's cut off by Castro. We're approaching a minute to play here. A 4-1 lead for the Dallas Sidekicks. They've had great goalkeeping all night from Joe Papaleo. And then the offense caught up with Papaleo's fine work. Quinn cut it across the grain to give to Jaramillo, or Segota make it. His shot, though, was blocked by Beto. Brian Quinn knocked away by Beto, and it goes on a play with 43 seconds left. The way this series goes is 2 games in Dallas originally, then 3 here, and then 2 the other way. And you know, your first goal as a road team tie is to split the first 2. But how about here when you know there's 3 here, and you're Dallas, and you win the first one? That makes it a lot better looking at the next 2 games. Then maybe you think, maybe we split the next 2 and not win them.
Well, you always have to give it a shot, and tonight they've just worked hard. They've been out here fighting, battling, and staying organized, and San Diego has sputtered.
Fernandez blocked by Snyder. Segota right across, and there's Papaleo. You've got to play the full 60 minutes to do it, and Dallas has done that. Fernandez giving it up to Brian Quinn over the midfield line. 24 seconds left. Guevara going long. A shot off the crossbar, the kind of luck Segota's been having. Ladasur right across. Here's Kevin Smith. He lets it fly. Fernandez giving it the chase. He'll get there. Time will run out with 5 seconds left. What a performance by the Dallas Sidekicks. You're going to see a happy bunch of men in green and white at the end of this one, led by that man, Joe Papaleo, who has gotten some good numbers against the Sidekicks, especially last year when he went 3-1 against them in the playoffs. A big victory for Papaleo and a big victory for the Sidekicks. They retain that home, or they get back, I should say, regain, not retain, that home field advantage. We'll talk about it when we come back, but it was a great performance tonight by the Sidekicks who win it. 4-1, they will take a 2-1 lead in this best-of-7 series of the Western Division Finals. Our game tonight has been brought to you by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately? Welcome back, everyone. It was a goalkeeper's display tonight. Victor Nogueira started out strong, so did Joe Papaleo, but in the end, Ty Keogh, really the Dallas offense came to life, and Papaleo maintained his solid play in goal.
Papaleo certainly did the job. One of the crucial factors in the game was how well he played and the team defense around him. Dallas really won this game on defense and the explosiveness of Tattoo. Also, their special teams, they did kill 2 penalties.
This was such a big game for the Dallas Sidekicks. They come into the series with the home field advantage. They lose it in Game 1 in Dallas, and they get it back.
They get it right back, and that certainly puts the pressure on the San Diego Sockers, who missed quite a bit as this game went on. Wad Hermes, their leading scorer, who went off with an injury earlier on in the game.
Well, as we show you the highlights, you're going to see that San Diego got off to the better start. They get that first goal.
They did, and this is classic combination play as Quinn plays it through to Cacho. Cacho knocks it down to Lauderser, and it's back on to Quinn, who followed up the whole play and then finishes it well. He just drills the ball with his right foot past Papaleo. But then it was the Sidekicks' turn as Carpin takes a shot from way out, a little unexpectedly. He follows it up himself. The ball's loose, a save, but then Tattoo follows up the rebound. Noguera can't believe it. It bounced right on Tattoo's foot, and then Tattoo strikes again along the boards here with Cacho. And here's that acceleration by Tattoo as he comes down that left side and drills the ball home low with the left foot and beats Noguera to the near side. The Sidekicks weren't done. At that point, they played a lot of strong defense, and then Kevin Smith plays the ball inside to Terry Woodbury, gets it back, beats Cacho, and then beats Noguera to the loose one, using the boards very intelligently to set himself up. And then, as the minutes wound down, San Diego on the sixth attacker with an empty net down at the other end. It's Troy Snyder, who hits the ball almost the length of the field into the empty net.
Well, Papaleo not only did the job defensively, as we showed you, but he also had an assist on one of the Tattoo scores. Tattoo, though, was a big hero tonight. He had gone about 280 minutes without a goal here in San Diego. The Sockers have played him so well. He told me before, earlier in the day, that San Diego was such a smart team that they defended him well. But, you know, he got kicked quite a bit. It was physical play in the early going. Nothing that I thought was dirty, really. But he got hit pretty hard in the beginning, and you could see the intensity level. He kept getting up, and you could see what he wanted to do, and he ended up doing it.
Well, I think it was really a motivation for him. He was frustrated. He was going to show these guys that no matter what they did to him, he was going to come back for more. A great matchup, too, between Doc Lawson and Bronco Segota. They went at it very physically.
Yeah, and Lawson won that matchup. Let's take a look at all of the statistics for this game, and you'll see that those saves were so impressive. On the one side, give Papaleo 14. On the other side, Noguera had 15 saves. It's a shame that either goalkeeper had to lose because that first half was such a goalkeeper's clinic, and it was 0-0 at the time.